Right now at 6, breaking overnight, a manhunt in Mansfield. Police in Massachusetts are searching for a suspect. What we know so far, just ahead. And Rhode Island State Police now investigating an area school district on allegations of kickbacks to a relative. What state police are looking for. And later, breaking news out of Iran. Hamas's political leader has been killed. We have an in-depth report on what we know so far. Good Morning Providence starts right now.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday morning. I was about to say beautiful, not so beautiful. I'm Kaitlin Gelhaus. We are going to take a look over at the sky cam and we are going to start off with the weather, of course. ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Ceci Del Carmen. Ceci, I almost said beautiful. That was yesterday.
Well, thank you.
Feeling humid. You look beautiful. So that's all right. We're in here and it's beautiful in here. So what should we know though about later today? People have evening plans. What should they expect?
You know what? It's gray skies out there throughout the rest of the day. Actually, I thought you were going to say Monday. And I thought, oh, no, not Monday. But I've been thinking it's Thursday since I got up this morning. Well, since I got up at around midnight. Gray skies out there at the moment, scattered showers, and we'll be dealing with the potential for a scattered thunderstorm. Keep an eye to the sky. It won't be raining all the time, and it won't be raining, or we won't all be seeing a shower or a thunderstorm. So if you are planning to head out, you know what? Do it. Just have that umbrella handy. This is what we can expect at around 11 o'clock this morning, scattered. And as we head into tomorrow morning, we'll be enjoying plenty of sunshine. And we could be seeing the potential for a pop-up thunderstorm as we head into tomorrow. And that would be in the afternoon. Pop-up. We'll be enjoying plenty of sunshine, plenty of humidity along with it, and also the heat. The current temperatures across the board in the 70s at the moment, as well as those dew points oppressive. Mid-70s right now for the morning commuters, and the chance for showers will increase as we head into the evening commute hours. And for today, this is what we could be seeing, that threat for. I don't know if you can make that out. These graphics are looking so washed out. These temperatures in the upper 70s and around 80. I have the rest of your forecast ahead. Kaitlin?
Thanks, Ceci. Let's get our eyes out there on the roads right now. Just after 6 o'clock this morning, we're going to take a live look over Thurbers Ave. People certainly making their way out, and we're also going to take a look as we're following news on a crash on I-95 by the Orm Street exit. It is in the left lane. We're going to get that up, and you'll be able to see the backup that is forming there because of that, and it is the left lane after the exit 38B. So definitely give yourself extra time if you're going to be dealing with that. We begin with breaking news. A police investigation has now been ongoing for hours in Mansfield, Massachusetts. That's where we find Good Morning Providence reporter Josh Kerman with the details on what we know right now. Josh.
Massive police presence that started last night finally clearing up and calming down as we get into these morning hours. Mansfield police telling us that they have lifted a shelter in place near Pine Needle Lane. Now, our crews were actually turned away from that scene here in Mansfield. First when it happened overnight, and then early this morning again. Mansfield Police Department saying there is no threat to the public as of around 2 o'clock this morning, but we're still waiting on some additional details on this. We have reached out to police here in Mansfield, and we'll bring you any details they give us on what caused this shelter in place and if any suspect is in custody if one's needed for this. Now, of course, we'll bring you those details as soon as we get them. If you are in that area waking up this morning, again, Pine Needle Lane, there's a chance you do see some police out there as this active investigation is still active and ongoing, but we'll bring you these details as soon as we get them on air, online, and on our Now Local News app. For now, live in Mansfield, Josh Kerman, ABC6 News.
Thanks, Josh. Right now in Somerset, police are investigating a serious crash at the corner of Reed Street and Brayton Avenue yesterday afternoon. Video from our ABC6 news crews that were there shows an e-bike on the ground next to a large work truck. Somerset police would only confirm that they were investigating a crash. No other details were provided. Neighbors tell ABC6 News speeding can be a huge problem in that area.
I don't have children. I don't have animals, so I don't have to worry about them. But I do worry about people because there are a lot of people that do walk the streets and that use the sidewalk all the time. I don't know how we're going to get people to slow down and observe the traffic signals.
Somerset Police referred us to the District Attorney's Office for additional information. And as we learn more, we will, of course, update you on air, online, and on our Now Local News app. One North Attleboro worker remains in critical condition this morning after an ammonia leak at a silver company. The North Attleboro Fire Department responded to a Tier 2 hazmat incident at JT Inman on Larson Way around 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Workers were able to safely exit the building before firefighters arrived. 2 other businesses next to JT Inman evacuated as well. 7 workers were injured and transported to hospitals. 1 worker was taken to Rhode Island Hospital in critical condition. Officials say a worker accidentally cut a line on a 2,000-gallon tank of ammonia, causing the leak. Officials with the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management are offering some insight into the response to Monday's massive fire at a mill in Woonsocket. In a statement to ABC6, a spokesperson says tests immediately around the site found no hazardous materials in the air. Also, no toxic runoff has been found in nearby Harris Pond, which is being monitored by Massachusetts environmental officials. DEM officials say most of the water firefighters used wound up running down to the basement of the old mill, and it will be pumped out and used again. The cause of the fire does remain under investigation. And happening now, Rhode Island State Police are investigating following allegations that the Warwick School District was awarding money to a moving company owned by a relative of someone in the department. Now, according to Mayor Frank Picozzi, the contracts worth hundreds of thousands of dollars were given without going out to bid, which is against the law. We don't know who exactly within the school district has relation to the owner of the moving company. The company is also accused of not having the proper licenses to perform the project, which was moving 2 of the elementary schools while work was being done there. Mayor Picozzi met with the school administration and says it hired an outside group to look into the situation, in addition to state police investigating. And in a statement from the chairman of the Warwick School Committee, he said, quote, "Until our investigation is complete, the superintendent of schools is instituting additional temporary purchasing guardrails, including a new requirement that all purchasing actions must be personally vetted and approved by both the superintendent and our assistant superintendent."
I was concerned and surprised. I mean, we still have to have the investigations conclude before we get all the answers. Apparently, they didn't follow proper procedures. I don't suspect any corruption or anything nefarious. The state police will validate that.
RISP confirmed that their financial crimes unit is also investigating. And today, one of the suspects arrested in a drug investigation is due in court. Back in January, Providence police arrested 10 suspects after a massive narcotics investigation, one of which includes 58-year-old Jose Parra Reyes. Last week, the Providence County grand jury returned an indictment charging Reyes with multiple counts of drug possession, including fentanyl, cocaine, and heroin, along with gun charges. Reyes is scheduled to be arraigned in Providence County Superior Court later today. A Providence man has been sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences after being found guilty of murder. In April of 2022, Robert Comelin shot and killed Angelo Gomez outside of the Wonderland Gentlemen's Club in Providence. Comelin was extradited from Georgia that June and was found guilty of murder and weapons charges this April. He was sentenced to 2 life sentences and an additional 25 years for additionally violating parole. A Woonsocket man convicted and sentenced twice before in Rhode Island State Court for trafficking narcotics is now set to face 8 years in federal prison. 34-year-old Gregory Ortega faces 8 years of incarceration, followed by 4 years of federal supervised release after trafficking significant quantities of fentanyl and for being a prohibited person in possession of ammunition. Ortega pleaded guilty on May 1st after members of the Safe Streets Task Force seized over 1,000 grams of fentanyl and a firearm. Meanwhile, Governor Dan McKee is heading to another school this week following his trip to Gaudet Middle School in Middletown. Today, McKee will visit Woonsocket High School to learn more about an algebra readiness program. His visit is scheduled this morning for 9:15. And in New Bedford today, Mayor John Mitchell will be holding drop-in office hours on a first-come, first-served basis. City residents are encouraged to meet with Mayor Mitchell directly to share their concerns and ideas, as well as grab a bite to eat with them. The open meeting hours will be from 5:30 until 7 at Cove Surf and Turf. And the city of New Bedford is getting the word out about West Nile virus being detected in a mosquito sample taken from the Hicks Logan neighborhood. Out of an abundance of caution, residents are advised to take precautions while you're outside at dawn and dusk. According to the city, they'll be doing targeted ground spraying in the affected areas tomorrow morning. The Rhode Island Department of Health and DEM is advising residents to avoid all the ponds in Roger Williams Park. That includes Polo Lake, Elm Lake, and Deep Spring Lake. The department say toxic blue-green algae is once again to blame. Officials say all recreation should be avoided in the waters at the park, and pets should also not ingest any of the water. If you do come into contact with the algae, Rido says to take an additional shower and wash your clothes. Rido also recommends closing swimming areas in Warwick, Bristol, Warren, and Portsmouth due to high bacteria counts. We have the full list on your screen as you're seeing here. It includes Kennemicut Beach in Warwick, Warrentown Beach, and Sandy Point Beach in Portsmouth. Rido says they will continue to monitor the water up until Labor Day. The Department of Veterans Affairs National Cemetery Administration has announced that the Veterans Cemetery Grants Program has awarded a grant of up to $3.8 million to the state of Rhode Island. This grant will be used to expand the Rhode Island Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Exeter. The cemetery serves more than 56,000 veterans and their eligible family members. And it's 6:11, still to come on Good Morning Providence. Simone Biles continues to stun in Paris and be in a league entirely of her own. Updates on the Olympic Games just ahead. And Pawtucket is getting ready to reward its own champions, the 2024 induction class for the Pawtucket Hall of Fame. After the break, and Ceci, what should we know about the weather?
Gray skies for the rest of today. I do want to say that I was able to catch that win and that gold yesterday. It just gave me goosebumps. So today, you know what we'll get? We'll get frizzy hair. We'll, get wet if you don't have that umbrella handy. Get ready. Heat and humidity is around the corner. We'll need that AC as well. Details ahead.
You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6 News. Stick around. We'll be right back.
What does Wickford Appliance do when we have too much product and not enough room? We bring back our famous tent sale.
New open box products, closeouts, slightly blemished products, all at crazy Wickford Appliance tent sale pricing.
Rain or shine, under the tent and in our warehouse at 40 Patton Road, Rumford, Rhode Island.
2 days only, Friday and Saturday, August 2nd and 3rd. Bring your truck, trailer, and take it home with you. Delivery is available.
It isn't just good,
It's Wickford good.
I was so excited to buy my first home, but I needed a lot of work done on it. I went on to Angie. Jamie was the first person to call. He's resurfaced my flooring, he's done plumbing work, he's refinished this beautiful table here.
Find top-rated certified pros in your area at Angie.com.
Sail away on the Black Island Ferry. Take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Black Island awaits you. Just leave your troubles behind.
Your Block Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith. Visit blockislandferry.com or call 866-783-7996 for more information.
He's freaking us out. He's number one on our hit list.
Tonight, they're looking at me and I'm looking at them. Claim to Fame has all the competitive reality TV deliciousness.
That was a close one.
Bizarre twists.
I got nothing. I've got something.
Endless drama.
I didn't expect to come here and have to take care of a man baby.
And diabolical backstabbing.
You're not going to show me? I don't need to show you. I'll never forget this. So then, bye.
Claim to Fame. New tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Live Sunday, September 15th. It's the Emmys. Find out who wins the year's top honors.
I have to put this down. I still don't have the strength.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
When television's biggest night comes to ABC.
I love this part. And the Emmy
goes to...
I'm a winner, baby!
The Emmys. Live Sunday, September 15th on ABC and next day on Hulu.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. It is 6:15 on this Wednesday morning. It is a gloomy day, but we're halfway through the work week, so It's going all right, right? Sonia sending in her video view from Attleboro. Sonia says, don't let the rain dampen your day. Sonia, I love that. And thank you also for submitting this to our Now Local News app. Ceci, if we're taking a look at there, look at those clouds. It is quite gloomy out there as the sun, well, as it's getting brighter. I guess the sun is rising, but we don't see it, unfortunately, this morning.
No, we're not going to see it. We'll be missing the sun today. Well, although some could be seeing some peaks of sunshine. So what does that mean? That today you and I and all of us, all of our viewers, we get to be that sunshine today, right? Smile. You never know whose day you'll brighten up today. So these are the dew points that we've been dealing with this past week. So a little bit of a lull, a little bit of relief, but then very humid yesterday, very humid today, and this is what's in store. Notice very humid, and that yellow line kind of sticks around through the next few days, but then as we head into Monday, Tuesday, it starts to trickle down a little, so that's good news. But what about the temperatures? So we add that humidity, we add that heat. We could be dealing with some dangerous heat during the next couple of days, and that's what we're seeing. We're forecasting 90 for tomorrow, 89 for Friday, and as we head into the weekend, those temperatures will be going down slightly into the mid to upper 80s. The normal high is 84, mind you. So let's just prepare for what's to come. In the meantime, heading out the door at the moment, don't let your guard down. Don't forget that umbrella. You'll need it. Gray skies out there, overcast 74, and that humidity is already in place. Current temperatures across the board from 71 in Boston to 77 in Taunton, mid 70s, mid to low 70s across our state. And what about the dew points? Notice these are dew points. This is the measurement of that moisture in the air in temperature, and that is in the 70s. So what does that mean? That means that we're in the oppressive level, and that will be the case during the next few days. This is just recapping a bit on those dew points, and that is what's to come. So today we could be dealing, or will be dealing with scattered showers, the potential for a thunderstorm or two as we head throughout the rest of today, especially into the afternoon hour. Tomorrow, more sunshine. A pop-up thunderstorm cannot be ruled out as we head into tomorrow, Friday, and then the weekend. Seems like we'll be dealing with more of a shower event, not a washout of a day either day. The highs for today around 80 overnight. Tonight, dry conditions. We'll be waking up to beautiful sunshine tomorrow, but that oppressive humidity, those heat indices could definitely lead to some heat advisories to be issued by the Weather Service. Hot, hazy, and humid during the next couple of days. And we keep talking about this, Kaitlin, because this could be dangerous heat, especially for those that do not have, that are not fortunate enough to have AC and suffer from respiratory illnesses, Kaitlin.
Yeah, absolutely. That air quality might be a huge issue. And moving on to the roads right now, expect delays if your morning commute brings you along I-95 north this morning. 2 lanes of traffic are blocked off near exit 38 right now, the state office's exit, due to a crash. It happened about 40 minutes ago, but police and the fire department remain on scene. Definitely prepare for delays in that area. Traffic is backed up for miles in Providence. If you're able to get off the highway before Providence Place, that's where traffic begins to pick up. And we're also going to take a look right now at our sky cam at 146. Seems to be doing all right over there. Not too many cars out there, but some people getting off to work, off to their coffee, off to whatever they need to do for their Wednesday. And we're also going to get a check on our drive times right now as well before you head out the door. Route 114 northbound, White Church to 195, 11 minutes. Okay there. 95 northbound, 10 minutes. And Route 1 northbound, Kingstown Road to Route 4 split, 8 minutes. All green, all looking good, except for that crash that we just referred to by the Orm Street exit. And in Paris, the U.S. women's gymnastics team joins a storied list of Olympic gold medalists, how their star-spangled victory unfolded, plus a first in the sport of rugby. The wild finish for the Americans against a powerhouse from down under, and Olympic triathletes will swim in Paris's Seine River after days of concerns about water quality. ABC's Daria Albinger has the highlights.
It was all air and all there. Team USA back atop the podium in women's gymnastics. Simone Biles providing the exclamation point, sealing the Americans' 3rd gold in the team final in its last 4 trips to the Summer Games. The 27-year-old captured her 5th Olympic gold. Biles has more Olympic medals now than any other American gymnast.
In 2016, we were destined to win gold. Everybody kind of already said we were going to win gold. And so whenever we went out there, we did our job, and we were a little young and naive, so it didn't hit the way that it does now.
A dramatic finish in the women's rugby sevens bronze medal match with seconds left against Australia, and the score tied Team USA running the full length of the field and scoring the try. The U.S. stunning Australia 14-12, the crowd going wild. Captain Naya Taparan, what gave them the edge?
It was putting it out there, making ourselves vulnerable with this goal that we're saying out loud, having the accountability around that, and just taking it with us into that next game and allowing us to get the outcome we got today.
On another pitch, U.S. men's soccer cruising into the quarterfinals with a 3-0 victory over Guinea. It's the first time since 2000 they've reached the knockout rounds. They face a tough test against Group B winner Morocco Friday. Not advancing, however, U.S. Open tennis champ Coco Gauff. A frustrating day for the 20-year-old who was eliminated in the 3rd round of women's singles by Croatia's Dana Vekic. Gauff later said she felt the officials were unfair on some calls. In swimming, USA added to its medal haul. In the 100-meter backstroke, Regan Smith earning silver while teammate Catherine Burkhoff took home the bronze. In the men's 800-meter freestyle, defending Olympic champion Bobby Fink won silver, and another silver for USA in the men's 4x200 freestyle relay. And the men's triathlon was postponed on Tuesday due to water quality concerns in the River Seine. Organizers say they'll try to hold the event on Wednesday along with the women's competition. Daria Albinger, ABC News, New York.
The city of Pawtucket is getting ready to celebrate some of its own champions with the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Pawtucket Hall of Fame has announced its list of 2024 inductees. The hall says the induction award is given to former residents whose efforts have gone above and beyond and shine a positive light on the city. The list includes historical inductee 1950s actress Vivian Marshall. We will have a full list of inductees on our website. You can see some of them on the screen now. The banquet and ceremony is set for November 1st at the Pawtucket Armory Arts Center. And it's 6:22, still to come on Good Morning Providence. Breaking news out of Iran. Hamas's political leader has been killed. What we know so far after the break. We'll be right back.
Looking for affordable, dependable quality scooters? Welcome to the Scooter Palace. Our large selection of major brand scooters promises fun and reliability without breaking the bank. Glide through traffic, cruise the coastline, or zip around town with ease. Our timely service department has knowledgeable technicians, and we also offer pickup and delivery service. Why wait? Visit the Scooter Palace today and discover the joy of riding the perfect scooter at an unbeatable price. The Scooter Palace, your ticket to freedom on 2 wheels.
Oh, my denture is uncomfortable.
Dracula, let's fight back against discomfort with new Polygrip Power Max Hold and Comfort. It has superior hold, plus keeps us comfy all day with its pressure-absorbing layer.
Time for a bite.
If your mouth could talk, it would ask for
Polygrip.
Many states have a tax-free weekend, but you can save too. Meet Bridget to find that perfect mattress and get 15% off and up to 60 months, no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
Get ready for a blast from the past. It's the Phil Show now, pulling into Joe Jesus 50s night in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Join us for classic cars, fantastic music, amazing people, and endless fun. Sunday at 10 a.m. right here on ABC 6. Made possible by Carefree Homes, The Butcher Shop, Cottage Street Motors, Danny's Seafood Bar and Grill, and Sociable.
So far this season, these celebrity teams have won over $600,000 for charity.
This audience will zell us the money.
But who will win the $1 million prize?
If we go out on 500,
you'll write a check.
I really don't want to be wrong, but...
Yeah, nobody does, lady.
If we win $1 million, I'm not giving it to charity. At a certain point, we deserve a cut.
Jimmy Kimmel hosts an all-new Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Here's your chance to let the world know your vibe. It's the ABC6 Wrights Dairy Farm Viewer Spotlight page. A question a day where you can vote your vibe to the top. Like, where is Rhode Island's best beach? Who makes the tastiest New England clam chowder? It's a fun and easy way to let the world know just how you feel. Go to the ABC6 Viewer Spotlight page and vote your vibe.
Welcome back. We have breaking news from Iran announcing the political chief of Hamas has been assassinated. Suspicion has immediately fallen on Israel, which hours earlier owned up to a strike in Beirut that killed Hezbollah leader. These latest attacks are adding to fears that a wider regional war could break out at any moment. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert with more.
This morning, authorities in Iran say they're investigating the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh, the political leader of Hamas. It marks the death of two senior leaders of Iranian-backed groups in a matter of hours. Iran gave no details on how Haniyeh was killed in Tehran, and Israel did not immediately comment on any involvement. Israel had vowed to kill Haniyeh and other Hamas leaders for the October 7th attack inside Israel that killed more than 1,000 people. Haniyeh was in Tehran for the swearing-in ceremony of Iran's new president. Experts say it's unlikely his death will change the trajectory of the war in Gaza because the group's top leader is still believed to be holed up in the tunnels under Gaza. Hours before Haniyeh's death, Israel carried out an airstrike in Beirut, Lebanon, killing a Hezbollah military commander in retaliation for a rocket attack that killed 12 children at a soccer field over the weekend.
The strike here in Lebanon's capital was meant to send a strong message, but it's also raising concerns that Hezbollah's potential response will only add to the risk of this spiraling out of control.
We've also learned the U.S. military has conducted new airstrikes inside Iraq, targeting Iranian-backed militia groups south of Baghdad. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, traveling in the Philippines, commented moments ago on the rising tensions in the Middle East.
I think it's all connected, but I think, quite frankly, I don't see a return to where we were several months ago. Not yet.
Today's reported strike in Iran could have major implications for the ongoing Gaza peace talks because the political leader of Hamas was a key negotiator. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And still to come on Good Morning Providence, the Rhode Island Department of Health is out with a new list of dangerous bodies of water in the state where you and your pet should avoid. Just ahead. And 4 people, including an attorney, are now facing arraignments in federal court. We'll tell you what scheme they got caught up in after the break. But first, Ceci, what can we expect for today's weather?
And we're dealing with gray skies out there, my dear Kaitlin, but some also seeing some peaks of sunshine. But that won't be the case for all as we head through the rest of today. Tomorrow, more sun, more heat, more humidity. Details ahead.
You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6 News. We'll be right back after the break.
Hi, this is CJ and Beth with Moss Home Solutions, your local, family-owned cash home buyer.
Do you have a house you want to sell fast for cash? Want to avoid thousands of dollars in repairs and bills? No problem.
We'll beat any cash offer and we'll even give you cash up front.
We buy all types of houses and we want to buy more.
No repairs, no inspections, no waiting, just a guaranteed cash offer and a stress-free sale.
Call us today, 401-326-2626.
That's 401-326-2626.
This week, the rapid DNC timeline, the virtual roll call, and a potential VP pick. What happens next? Plus, J.D. Vance's comments, the growing backlash. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
She wanted to be a star. She wanted to be a mother. And Danny Lynn is her legacy.
And to be really honest, I didn't know a whole lot about Anna, her early years. I thought, why not go back to Anna's beginnings?
You don't own me, I'm not your property.
What happens when her family goes in search for Anna, her possessions, her secrets, and
why no one called 911 sooner is never fully answered.
When the autopsy is released, it is shocking.
The 2020 event special, Friday on ABC.
My name's Morgan Guillory. I am a cleaning lady, a single mom with 3 kids, and an IQ north of 160. So helping the cops solve a murder? It's literally the easiest part of my day.
What is she supposed to do?
Spot the things my detectives miss.
Ta-da! This is my first interrogation. When did we get to hit him with the phone book? You want me to go in there and flip the table over?
No.
ABC6 is getting you ready to go back to school, and we want to see what you looked like back in the day as we all prepare for another year. Share a photo with us on our Now Local News app and then watch to see it on Good Morning Providence. It's a fun and easy way for everyone to get ready to go back to school.
Download the Now Local News app today and upload your pics and videos. You could see your very own story on the air and earn points towards rewards and gift cards. This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. It's 6:30. I'm Kaitlin Gelhaus, and as Ceci's been saying all morning long, the words of the day: hazy, hot, and humid. And we're going to check in with her right now. Ceci, what can you tell us about today, but also, you know, the rest of the week? You were mentioning the weekend. Everyone's always looking ahead, of course. And we're at Wednesday, so.
Absolutely. And it is quite important. You just said that hazy, hot, and humid. We need to prepare for what's to come because it could pose for some dangerous heat out there as we head into tomorrow and Friday. In the meantime, we're dealing with gray skies, scattered showers, and the potential for a thunderstorm cannot be ruled out. All of that unsettled weather coming in from the west-southwest. Here it is. We're seeing that streaming in from the south as we head into the noontime hour. We could see some of those firing up along southern portions of the state. In the meantime, for now, overcast. 74 is that temperature. 73 of those dew points. Quite impressive humidity out there. Mid to low 70s are the temperatures across the board, and around 16 or 69 is the dew point to the Boston area, as well as Chatham and Nantucket in the upper 60s. Rest of the region in the 70s. Your commute forecast for the evening is when we could see more of a possibility, even in the afternoon, more of a possibility for those scattered showers to develop. Scattered. Not everybody will be seeing them. Not everybody will be seeing a thunderstorm either. But this is what we could be dealing with. So when thunder roars, head indoors. Keep an eye to the sky. The highs for today around 80 in the city. And this is what we are seeing. We're dealing with that threat for unsettled weather. But also keep in mind some dangerous heat advisories could be issued for tomorrow into Friday. We'll be keeping an eye on that as well. Kaitlin?
Yes, certainly we will have to keep an eye on that. And speaking of keeping an eye on things, we're going to take a look right now at the roads out there. Expect delays if your morning commute brings you along I-95 north. As you can see here, 2 lanes of traffic are blocked off near exit 38, the state office's exit. Due to a crash, 1 lane remains open. It happened about 40 minutes ago at this point, but police and the fire department remain on scene. Prepare for delays in the area. Traffic is backed up for miles in Providence right now. If you're able to get off the highway before Providence Place, that's where traffic begins to pick up. We're also going to take a look right now live on our Skycam over the 610 connector. As you can see, traffic backed up there as well. And we're also going to take a look at our drive times, as people are certainly, it's past 6:30 now, so a lot of people, more of them are out on the roads. 195 westbound, State Line to 95 split, 3 minutes okay there. 24 northbound, Fall River to Route 93, 37 minutes, but also okay. So be sure to keep an eye out for that accident and try to avoid the area, especially if you're in a rush. And we begin with breaking news. A police investigation has now been ongoing for hours in Mansfield, Massachusetts. And that's where we find Good Morning Providence reporter Josh Kerman with details on what's going on there. Josh.
That massive scene clearing out overnight. In some of these early hours in the morning, we reached out to Mansfield police telling us that they have lifted a shelter in place near Pine Needle Lane. Now, our crews were actually turned away from going to that scene when it started just before midnight, and then as the morning went on, we were turned away again from that scene. Mansfield Police Department saying there is no threat to the public as of around 2 o'clock this morning, but we are still working to get some additional details. We reached out to police here in Mansfield and will bring you any details on what might have caused this massive shelter in place and this blocking off around Pine Needle Lane, and if there's a suspect in custody. Again, no threat to the public, but we're still waiting on details on any suspect or what might have caused this. If you are waking up in the area of Pine Needle Lane this morning, there is a chance you still see police out there, less likely as the morning continues, but that is still an active investigation. So if you see anyone out in that area, don't be too alarmed. Police are asking if you have any information about that crash to reach out to 911 or to call the Mansfield Police Department here with details. We'll have any coverage as this continues on air, online, and on our Now Local News app. For now, live in Mansfield, Josh Kerman, ABC6 News.
Thanks for the update, Josh. Right now in Somerset, police are investigating a serious crash at the corner of Reed Street and Brayton Avenue yesterday afternoon. Video from our ABC6 news crew that was there shows an e-bike on the ground next to a large work truck. Somerset police would only confirm they were investigating a crash. No other details were provided. Neighbors tell ABC6 News speeding can be a problem in that area.
I don't have children. I don't have animals, so I don't have to worry about them. But I do worry about people because there are a lot of people that do walk the streets and that use the sidewalk all the time. I don't know how we're going to get people to slow down and observe the traffic signals.
Somerset police referred us to the district attorney's office for any additional information. When we learn more, we'll update you, of course, on air, online, and on our Now Local News app. One North Attleboro worker remains in critical condition this morning after an ammonia leak at a silver company. The North Attleboro Fire Department responded to a Tier 2 hazmat incident at JT Inman on Larson Way around 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Workers were able to safely exit the building before firefighters arrived. 2 other businesses next to JT Inman evacuated as well. 7 workers were injured and transported to hospitals. 1 worker was taken to Rhode Island Hospital in critical condition. Officials say a worker accidentally cut a line on a 2,000-gallon tank of ammonia, causing the leak. And officials with the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management are offering some insight into the response to Monday's massive fire at a mill in Woonsocket. In a statement to ABC6, a spokesperson says tests immediately around the site found no hazardous materials in the air. Also, no toxic runoff has been found in nearby Harris Pond, which is being monitored by Massachusetts environmental officials. DEM officials say most of the water firefighters used wound up running down to the basement of the old mill and will be pumped out and used again. The cause of the fire does remain under investigation. And happening right now, Rhode Island State Police are investigating following allegations that the Warwick School Department was awarding money to a moving company owned by a relative of someone in the department. Now, according to Mayor Frank Picozzi, the contracts worth hundreds of thousands of dollars were given without going out to bid, which is against the law. We don't know who exactly within the school district has relation to the owner of the moving company. The company is also accused of not having the proper licenses to perform the project, which was moving 2 of the elementary schools while work was being done there. Mayor Picozzi met with the school administration and says it hired an outside group to look into the situation, in addition to state police investigating. And in a statement from the chairman of the Warwick School Committee, he said, quote, "Until our investigation is complete, the superintendent of schools is instituting additional temporary purchasing guardrails, including a new requirement that all purchasing actions must be personally vetted and approved by both the superintendent and our assistant superintendent."
I was concerned and surprised. I mean, we still have to have the investigations conclude before we get all the answers. Apparently, they didn't follow proper procedures. I don't suspect any corruption or anything nefarious. The state police will validate that.
RISP confirmed that their financial crimes unit is investigating. And today, one of the suspects arrested in a drug investigation is due in court. Back in January, Providence police arrested 10 suspects after a massive narcotics investigation, one of which includes 58-year-old Jose Parra Reyes. Last week, the Providence County grand jury returned an indictment charging Reyes with multiple counts of drug possession, including fentanyl, cocaine, and heroin, along with gun charges. Reyes is scheduled to be arraigned in Providence County Superior Court later today. 4 people, including an attorney, arrested in an alleged drug smuggling scheme at the Wyatt Detention Center. According to prosecutors, an attorney, 50-year-old Teresa DeJoseph, 2 Wyatt inmates, and an inmate's girlfriend all took part in the scheme that dates back to July of 2023. DeJoseph allegedly brought in papers coated with synthetic cannabis, which she got from 21-year-old Hanaza Stedford. During what were supposed to be legal visits, all 4 will be arraigned in federal court. A Woonsocket man convicted and sentenced twice before in Rhode Island State Court for trafficking narcotics is now set to face 8 years in federal prison. 34-year-old Gregory Ortega faces 8 years of incarceration, followed by 4 years of federal supervised release after trafficking significant quantities of fentanyl and for being a prohibited person in possession of ammunition. Ortega pleaded guilty on May 1st after members of the Safe Streets Task Force seized over 1,000 grams of fentanyl and a firearm. Meanwhile, Governor Dan McKee is heading to another school this week following his trip to Gaudet Middle School in Middletown. Today, McKee will visit Woonsocket High School to learn more about an algebra readiness program. His visit is scheduled for this morning at 9:15. And the city of New Bedford is getting the word out about West Nile virus being detected in a mosquito sample taken from the Hicks-Logan neighborhood. Out of an abundance of caution, residents are advised to take precautions while outside at dawn and dusk. According to the city, they'll be doing targeted ground spraying in the affected areas tomorrow morning. Vice President Kamala Harris is reportedly close to choosing a running mate. Sources say an announcement could happen in the next few days. And once that happens, Harris and her running mate will campaign together in several of the battleground states. Sources say Harris has had preliminary conversations with some of the contenders, and she has asked close advisors for their opinions. Some of the top contenders include Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona, and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden is expected to kick off the Democratic National Convention as the keynote speaker on the first night after previously being scheduled to close the program. According to sources, Biden's primetime speech on the opening night will touch upon his legacy and achievements. The following night, former Presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama may speak as well. Kamala Harris's soon-to-be running mate will speak to the convention on Wednesday night. And Harris will cap off the convention Thursday night once she is formally named the Democratic candidate. And it's 6:41, still to come on Good Morning Providence. Delta Airlines is bouncing back after the massive outage. We'll tell you who they have hired to help compensate for recent losses. Plus, the Federal Reserve is wrapping up the second day of meetings as they draw up a plan to combat inflation. More on the nation's interest rates coming up. And it's time for our question of the day. Do you prefer to work days, nights, or overnights? Days, I like to still have some sunlight left in the day. Nights, I like to sleep in. Or overnights, it's a nice, easy workload. I think our morning team would probably disagree with that. A big shout out to all of you overnight workers out there who make sure we can come in and get this show ready to go. You can scan the QR code on your screen or head to abc6.com to cast your vote. Ceci, what are you thinking about that answer?
I'm just focused on the keyword there, prefer. So what do we prefer? None of the above or something, I don't know. Gray skies out there, it is quite murky, but you know what? Kaitlin, how about you and I be that sunshine for it today and every day? Why not? We are expecting heat and humidity that could pose a threat to our health. Details ahead, Kaitlin.
You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6 News. We'll be right back.
Your total access Hollywood.
Weeknights at 7 on ABC 6.
Hey, Ace, where's Louie?
I don't know, JT. I told him about the pool party.
Louie! The outside pool!
On my way! Look, I got the toy! Hands up!
Who else is coming in?
Hello, Ace. This is Troy. Rain or shine, even dog parties, we answer the phone.
This is Morgan, and this is Morgan's Good Feet story.
I got kind of scared of trying super hard on the court. I'd always have bad pain where my arches were. But then after I got my arch supports, I stood up and it was wow.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
Now that I don't have any feet problems, it's just gonna keep making a difference and helping me become a better athlete.
Help your athlete be the best they can be. Book their free personalized arch support fitting today.
Princess Kate. Why was she nervous about becoming the Princess of Wales? This morning, insider details from a royal author on Princess Kate, Prince William, their love story, even the time William broke up with her by phone before they were married. This morning on GMA. Princess Kate. Why was she nervous about becoming the Princess of Wales? This morning, insider details from a royal author on Princess Kate, Prince William, their love story, even the time William broke up with her by phone before they were married. This morning on GMA.
Here he goes. It's Hester. Touchdown, Andre Johnson.
The Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams.
Yeah! What a throw by Stroud.
He's freaking us out. He's #1 on our hit list.
Tonight, they're looking at me and I'm looking at them.
Claim to Fame has all the competitive reality TV deliciousness.
That was a close one.
Bizarre twists.
I got nothing. I've got something.
Endless drama.
I didn't expect to come here and have to take care of a man baby.
And diabolical backstabbing.
You're not going to show me? I don't need to show you. I'll never forget this. So then, bye.
Claim to Fame. New tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. It's 6:45 on this Wednesday morning. We're going to get a check-in with ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Ceci Del Carmen. She's here with our forecast. Ceci, we've been talking about it, the hotness, the humidity. What should people know going into today, but also the rest of the week? What are we going to expect?
You know what, Kaitlin and friends, thank you for joining us. Yes, we are with gray skies out there. We'll be dealing with a chance for some showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. Not everybody will be seeing those showers. Not everybody will be dealing with a thunderstorm, but keep an eye to the sky. And remember, when thunder roars, head indoors, along with the warmth and humidity. That is today. It's already feeling so humid out there. I got here at around 3 o'clock this morning, and it really felt so soupy out there, and that will be the case. It'll only get worse. The heat and humidity incoming with full force as we head into tomorrow and then again on Friday, and then that heat and humidity will extend even into the weekend. Pop-up showers and thunderstorms are not ruled out as well. These are the dew points that we were seeing during the past few days, and this is what we can expect. The other side of that menu list, that's what we can expect. We're going to be dealing with very humid conditions during the next few days, but it will be dropping and dipping as we head into Monday and Tuesday. Not necessarily to the comfy level, but these are the temperatures also that we'll be also having to put up with as we head into Thursday, Friday. Those temperatures around 90 both days. I wouldn't be surprised if we go above 90 tomorrow and then go above that 89-degree temp on Friday, but we'll just have to keep an eye on that as well. So we could also be dealing with dangerous heat advisories that will be issued possibly by the Weather Service. Gray skies out there, overcast, 74, 73 is that dew point. Current temperatures across the board in the 70s, and also the dew points across the entire region around the upper 60s and 70s. Here's the forecast once again to recap. Humid, 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 less humid, a little bit less humid as we head into Monday. Gray skies for today. Some could even see some peaks of sunshine as we head into the afternoon. That will only serve as fuel for that thunderstorm that we could be seeing. And to also notice to the west those gray skies, but along the Route 2 corridor in Massachusetts, the potential for thunderstorms as well as northern parts of our state. As we head into tomorrow, sunshine, pop-up thunderstorm not ruled out for tomorrow afternoon, as well as we head into Friday, and then on Saturday, Sunday, we could be seeing more of a possibility for showers. Here's once again your recap for today, starting out with gray skies and potential for that unsettled weather as we head throughout the rest of the day. Just, stay wary of what's to come tomorrow and Friday. Kaitlin?
Thanks, Ceci.